All right, welcome to the daily market recap. Hope everybody's having a great day. Starting a little early here. Might just sip on a little bit of coffee while people come in. If you guys haven't already, you should watch my Tesla video that I made today. I'll link it at the end of this later. I think it's pretty insightful. I might cover some of that here in a little bit. But yeah, what an exciting day. Such a good day today. Lots of stuff moving, making money. I love a day where Tesla's up almost 5%, SoFi's up almost 5%, MicroStrategy's up 4.31, Cypher's up almost 6. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff today. Pretty excited. Anyway, I suppose we should get going here. Let's get her started. I know I'm a little early for some, but that's okay. And I might take a poll to see if you guys like the intro music before. I just haven't rebuilt it under OBS, but maybe I'll do that later. T-Doc, yeah, sure, man. I can take a look at that. I've actually kind of been intrigued about that one. I'm probably going to watch their earnings call coming up here soon, just because I know they've had a rough road in the last couple years, and it's been pretty bad. So I'm sorry if you got affected by it, man. But I'm curious if they can manage forward. I do see a place for a company like T-Doc. I think it's kind of a waste of energy half the time to go to a physical physician. Most of the time, they're just trying to mark up the cost of things by doing a bunch of tests. And I don't know. I'm just very interested to see their business model and get more familiar with them. So I'll take a look at the chart, and that is something that I'm looking at as a company too, just to understand them better. I know there's a lot of hate, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything to me. All right, so real quick, I think I'm up about 160,000 today across all the accounts, maybe a little bit more. Crypto's outperformed, so I might be a little bit better than that. So not a bad day at all. It's nice to see stuff flying. Obvious MVP was Tesla. Love my Tesla. Don't have enough of it. I think I've got about 360,000 in calls now between multiple accounts, but it's not enough in my opinion. I want like 500,000. So I'm actually really hoping that earnings crush Tesla stock. I touch on that a little bit too in my other video, along with a lot of other stuff. But anyway, yeah, so they did really great. PayPal doing great, up almost 2% today in a breakout zone. Very clear breakout zone. Let me just pull this up. I got to show this to you real quick. So PayPal is looking like it's going to rip. I'm still working on my system too. I'm getting the Stream Deck, getting this KVM switch, just doing a lot of stuff to try and get it to where I can step up my game on YouTube videos, maybe go live more. I kind of like talking to you guys and engage in more, so I'm going to try and do that. But yeah, there's kind of this ugly, fucking retarded inverse head and shoulders here. And we're at the neckline of it. So if you ignore this little wick up here where we didn't close that on the weekly, we're at the neckline of this weekly trend. So I'm still thinking we get that second higher high, the first one we've seen in like 4 years, and go up near that 60, 68, 69 range at the first fib in the not too distant future. So, and here's the deal. The big thing is going to be Wednesday. It's all about the core and the inflation numbers. If those are good, like I think they're going to be, then the markets are going to fly, especially small caps. It's going to be a good time. All right, so back over here again. Again, SoFi did great, up almost 5%. Hasn't actually closed, a couple seconds away, getting close. But all in all, just everything doing really well. Cypher mining, very proud of that one. And I did buy some CleanSpark, so let's just hop over here. So I did buy, I think like 31,000 in CleanSpark. Mo Money, hey Jesse, thank you for that awesome Tesla video. Totally agree with your assessment. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying to be thoughtful. I hate it when commentators regurgitate things from the past or whatever else everybody is regurgitating at the time. I don't think that's a good way to be. I want to try and provide some unique thought process and value, even if they end up being wrong. I still at least want to give a different perspective every once in a while versus others. Real quick, so cool stuff here. The stock heat map, I don't know how well you can see it, but a lot of the ones that have really been running, NVIDIA, Meta, and just a number of other companies, they're kind of taking a breather today. But obviously companies like Tesla doing really good. And if you look at all the small caps, this is all U.S. companies, so that it gets a lot smaller in the graph. But if you look at the small caps, they actually fared well. And last I checked, the Russell was up like 0.5% when other markets were completely flat. So very, very nice to see that. Rodriguez, 1984. Hello, my friend. Also, Fear and Greed Index. Again, we almost dropped into neutral, so I'm going to count it as a reset to neutral. We got to 53 or something, and now we're climbing back up, but not in a crazy level. I don't think there's a lot to worry about here. I really, like I said last week, I think this reset and the drop that we had, and maybe we go further again if the inflation data on Wednesday doesn't look optimal, and it doesn't lean people towards rate cuts in June or at least July, then we could go further down. So be prepared for that. I've still got like $250,000 in cash, something like that, maybe a little more, just in case that happens. But if it's good, then I think we're going to fly in a lot of markets, You can see the shit coins are doing pretty good. This is my primary portfolio, makes up like 2/3 of my shit coins. Mostly Solana in this bag, and then I've got some layer 2s like Optimism, Arbitrum, Near Protocol, just some different like layer 1, layer 2 protocols, Cosmos, Render, like just a bunch of crap. Nothing too exciting. But again, these are my buy and hold and sit on for a year. It is cool though to note that it went from 228,000 on April 5th to 264,000 now. I can't hate that. It's bouncing pretty hard, man. And you can see that again. You can see we're risk on right now. If you guys look at this, afternoon, Jesse. You could see that if you just look here. I mean, look at this. This is one day. Neo up 35%, Bonk 3.5, 6.5. Near 6.3, just like 10%, 12%. Like there's just a lot of stuff really flying today. I don't expect that to stop. I actually think we're getting ready to accelerate to the upside. Ethereum markedly outperformed today. I think the narrative around the ETF is coming back, so it's starting to outperform and taking some of the thunder from Solana. I think that's perfectly normal, perfectly fine. I think Ethereum will do well. It will not beat Solana's returns. Solana, I think, is just taking a little bit of a pause after their outage related to bot spam and stuff like that. So I own Ethereum still. I think I have like 40,000, maybe it's 50,000. It's not a huge position for me right now, but I do, again, I have some of those layer 2s. So I'm looking to benefit from that, and I might buy a little bit more than these. I don't know, just on ARB and Optimism. We'll see. Not really set either way. All right, the only real economic data of the day was United States consumer inflation expectations. I kind of hate like expectations and surveys and shit like that, but I do think that this one has relevance. So if you see like peak June of 2022, how the fears of inflation and just how large they had grown, and then you see where we are now, it's like we've reset already. And I think that those expectations are representative of reality. Let me hop over here. So we did today, we had kind of the usual pattern. We had a little bit in the energy sector. We had a few losses, but again, gas in Europe seems to be going up. But again, from a very low base, if we pull some of these up, it doesn't look too crazy, right? If I go back, let's say the 5-year trend, the 10-year trend in gas in the UK, it's going up. But I mean, again, we kind of reset, right? Like we've reset. And it's the same kind of thing on a lot of these others. Also to note, we are seeing in the ag sector, we're seeing a decent amount of decline this week. Again, some areas like tea, they've went up, and it looks like a little bit on cheese too. But if you look at the base, they're still like, it's not like it's going up a lot. And so I don't think there's a lot of inflation going on outside of, again, oil prices going up a little bit. And I don't know how much that's translating into gas. We are going to have the summer coming. I don't know. Outside of that, I don't see a lot of inflation. I see a lot of disinflation. And even here, again, cheese looks like it's going up a lot. Is it really? I mean, if we go back to 2012, like we're at the low end, right? Like all these kind of look like that. There's only a few that really look inflationary. And again, Trueflation, haven't looked at this in a while, but this is an underrated site. Even a lot of the like bearish economic macroeconomist people still believe truflation and believe in this. And it says 1.8%. And if you look here, like it's fallen from grace. This thing was higher than the official numbers from the government at like 12% or something when the government said it never went over 10. So, I mean, it's not like these guys try and paint a rosy picture. Very good site, too. Breaks it down by different categories. Love all that. And it better show in transport that we've got some disinflation. That's starting to show some rollover in a few categories. It says gasoline, other fuels, and motor oil are rolling over. So again, it has a creep up, but it looks like it's coming down in here. And then also vehicle purchases are continuing to see a decline, and I think will for a while. I think there's some pain, at least in the used car sector, which is why I made that, Tesla video earlier, because I think that it's pertinent. Now, I did want to show you something though. So again, like people like Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, Truflation is a decentralized service that tracks inflation. Truflation is a really awesome project, which is why we support them. Danielle DiMartino Booth, I would not call her a bull at all. Since 2012, Truflation's correlation with the CPI is 0.97. So again, this is known for accuracy. And when you look at their data partners, JD Power, Zillow, Trulia, CarGurus, AAA, Opus, EIA, Statista, these are all like, they're getting data. They're getting data from like the real people that matter. So I don't know. I still love this site. I still trust this way more than government related data. And I still think that we're seeing disinflation. I can see it in the auto sector, not so much in housing. But again, I think we're seeing disinflation. I think that pattern probably continues. At least I don't see a big rebound in inflation. And I think the Fed still lowers in June or July. So far, we're still winning that battle too. Hey, Wild Frenchie, bonjour. Happy Monday. And because if we look here at the probabilities for June, we're still at 51.3% versus 48.7%. So again, more positive than not, but it's about a 1-to-1. So it's kind of a coin flip. But here's the thing. In July, that ain't much further. That's about 9 weeks away. There, it's about 71% to cutting rates. So it's stronger in July. I know a lot of people want to believe September. I don't think that's true. I'm siding with Tom Lee on sooner. All right. Let me just roll through here. Maytag, hey Jesse, I enjoy your content. Thank you. What's your thoughts on Beto? Yep, I will check that in a little bit here when we get to that portion. Now, I did want to talk, so I'm going to jump through a few things. We're going to do my charts. We're going to do my thought process real quick. Then we'll jump into chart requests. And I start at the top of the list. I work my way down. And the only people we're looking at for these requests are obviously members that pay at least $2.99 a month. Now, this is Tesla inventories, and I wanted to touch on this real quick. If we look here, you can see how inventories did kind of skyrocket at the beginning of April. But we're starting to see the Model X inventories come down. We're seeing S curving over. We're seeing Y coming back down now. So it seems like they're starting to be able to get inventories pushing along. So that's a good sign. I think Q2 could still be a rough one, but I think by Q3, we're going to see some crazy good numbers for Tesla. Todd, thanks for engaging with me on X, even if we disregard a bit or disagreed a bit. Yeah, no problem, man. It's perfectly okay to have disagreement. All right, so let me see here real quick. Oh, I do want to say, let me jump over here. All right, so that's the Tesla part. I'm going to push this back a little ways over there. All right, so we're going to talk more Tesla here. So the chart looks beautiful. Closed at almost 5%. We're very close to breaking out of this trend that started back in December. So we've got a 3.5-month trend that we're looking to break out of. If we do that, I think there's a distinct possibility we could go to the 200s. That would be nice. It would be good if we could get above this daily gap over here that we have around the 206, 207 range. That would establish a higher high, basically higher than when we were in February over here. That would be a positive signal too. Now, don't get me wrong. Earnings are coming up. I think people by now pretty much expect the worst. All right? Like, I think you'd have to imagine that you're expecting the worst right now for Tesla. The earnings come out April 23rd, so that's just a couple of weeks away. Maybe we get another dive down. I don't know. I hope so. Again, I've said this a bunch of times. I said it in my Tesla video too. Even though I'm so fucking bullish right now, every time I ride around in FSD 12.33. And now 0.34 is getting ready to come out, at least to employees, and then it probably be in beta within a week or two. It's crazy how quickly things are moving. And I see so many good things coming for this company, but I hope it drops. I really do. I don't say that just to say it. And yeah, let me move on here. All right, next, ARCG. Let's go through that here real quick. And you know what? There is something I don't want to do. I want to go back because I don't want to skip. Let me do this real quick. I want to bring this over. I don't want to, before I go into other charts, I don't want to skip. There are a few other things I wanted to talk about that I don't want to forget. So let me just jump over to bookmarks here. We'll look at all of them and kind of work our way down until I'm done. All right, so anybody who might have missed this post over the weekend, it was talking about gold. And I just made a reference to the fact that gold is up less than 20% from where it was 12 years ago. So again, I know there's people that love gold. I know there's people that want to push that narrative or whatever. But it's interesting to note that the spot price of gold is going up, but the ETF holdings stuff isn't really changing that much. And I don't think a 20% return over 12 years is remotely good when we probably had like 30 to 40% inflation just since the pandemic. So I'm just going to say that I think gold still sucks. MicroStrategy, there is a new inverse leveraged single stock ETF that's been filed from Defiance. It's called the Defiance 2X Short. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Hopefully we get a bunch more of these because they'll be rocket fuel to the upside and they will just make this a crazy arbitrage play on Bitcoin where it swings really crazy to the upside. And then if you made a bunch of money and it's super duper oversold, you could take some of that off the table and then have the potential of having it wick down hard and then buying that dip. It could be a lot of fun if you're in a tax advantaged account. I'm excited about that. Also, I don't know if the 3.68 billion is right. I've got to look up. I've got to look it up. I'll look up CoinGlass and get more details. But it looks like, at least on the mobile app, that it's representing that. So we have a massive amount of volume sitting above us, and if it folds, it's going to be fun. Tesla, the supercharger network in North America, is opening up to General Motors, Volvo, and Polestar EVs in the next couple of weeks. Tesla is grinding on all different levels. You better recognize that. I just want to point out a post from my friend Dalton Brewer talking about Tesla energy revenue by year. And when we look at the estimated revenue year over year, yes, these are in billions of dollars, $8.4 billion in revenue. Tesla is slowly birthing a monster, and nobody's paying attention to it. All right, this post says, breaking, Elon Musk says Tesla FSD will save millions of lives. Again, I kind of touched on this in my video talking about the ability for Tesla to replace Uber and Lyft in the coming years and for it to maybe start in less than a year. One of the narratives that I talked about that I think is a key driver and selling point for Tesla right now is the fact that if you have drivers that are using full self-driving, you're safer and your kids are safer. Now, I don't normally just pull up pictures of girls with their boobs hanging out in swimsuits, but I did want to point this one out. Not that I think Kim Kardashian's hot in any way, but she does have 439 million followers, and she does take pictures all the time with her Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is the it vehicle. Kids love it. Rappers love it. Kim Kardashian loves it. It matters. It matters. It's impactful. All right, this is the video I created a little bit. It talks about the ride-sharing app coming very soon. Again, I highly suggest you watch it. I did publish my portfolio today too. And then also, if you missed it, I am publishing now all the time when I do that. Well, I didn't mean for that. I just wanted the comment section. I am publishing the entire breakdown. So I give you guys everything. For my entire stock portfolio right there. Boom. It's actually over 3 million, I think, today, or close to it. So I'm proud of that. But yeah, that's all of it. So you get it all. And then somebody asked for this is like 2/3 of my altcoin. I just don't want to give like every account I have. It's such a pain in the ass. But anyway, this is like 2/3 of my altcoin. So I'm going to be posting that too. So from now on, you'll get the portfolio allocations. You get the bulk of my charts. If I'm missing some, let me know. I'm trying to get up to date with this. I might put it on a website too. I've been thinking about it, talking about it. So you get links to all my shared charts on here too, and then you get my full breakdown of what I hold, including whether they're options, stock, whatever, a fund, and then you get the shitcoins. So I'm sharing all that out, just so you know. I think Tom's gonna be right about the. I don't think it's tomorrow's report. I think it's Wednesday's. But yeah, I think he's gonna be right, man. This is just talking about, again. This is Dalton again talking about Tesla charging and how it's down to 4 days from delivery to opening a site with prefabricated supercharger units. 4 days for them to just like turn a site on. It's insane. Also, Amit posted this. A couple people did. Arnie did too. But he said, hey, how long do you think it'll take before they get 2 billion miles driven? And by my calculations, it's about 2 to 2.5 months. So yeah, I'm talking about in 2 to 2.5 months, Tesla doubling the amount of miles that they have driven. That's what's happening right now. If you don't realize that. Kind of a big deal, considering it took from 2020, the end of 2020, till the end of, close to the end of 2023, just to get like the first 170 million miles, right? And then within just the last 6 months, we've went from that to 1 billion. And then I'm saying in 2 more months, we'll have 2. I don't know how good you are with math, but that's pretty fucking incredible. Also, in case you didn't hear this, Korea looks ready to approve their Bitcoin ETFs if their pro-Bitcoin opposition wins the election in 4 days. From what I'm seeing, they're likely to. There are more than 6 million South Koreans. Over 10% of the population owns Bitcoin and crypto. And if they get an ETF, and then Korea, Hong Kong's not probably far behind, and just a bunch of other countries, Australia. Like, it's getting interesting, guys. I wanted to show you this video real quick. This is fucking crazy. I just need to go back here.
Let me know when to walk out.
Start walking out?
Listen to this.
Stop, don't move. Oh, you wait. That's good.
So here's what happens. And they show the second video.
Okay.
I'll let you watch that.
Watching.
This is crazy.
Don't do anything.
You see the difference?
Okay, now wait.
You see the difference? Tesla neural networks have already gotten so smart that they realize that this human being has not waved them and approved that they go ahead and he wait. Does that not blow your mind? I can tell you the old version never did that. Never did that. Anyway, all right, so that's a lot of what I wanted to talk about. So we're done there. We talked about PayPal. ARKG is bouncing a little bit, up 2%, including after hours. I didn't buy any today. Probably should have. I heard CleanSpark went down a bunch today too, but I think I was making that Tesla video, so I missed most of it. I did, like I said though, I did buy 32,000 worth of that, so that was cool. All right, let's pull up SoFi. Let's see how all these winners are doing today. Again, we talked about how last week about how it was curling. You got divergences here. You could see how it was making attempts to break above peak volume for the entire timeline of this company. It is well above that now. If we get to the .168 right up here, the golden retracement, and we can hold like above that level, it's just a matter of time before we run to 9 and then to 12. I think it's short. It's a short amount of time. If I'm right about what happens in the inflation reporting on Wednesday, it'll be a real short amount of time. It'll spin your fucking head around. All right, let's look at MicroStrategy. We got a lot to pull up. Oh, I hit the wrong one. That was the wrong one. Shitty. All right, load. I don't know why I have this one. I'm going to delete that one. We don't need no extra garbage, man. I don't want to be making mistakes. All right, so let me do this. Now I'll get back in. Sorry about that. We'll just roll through all my standard investments real fast. MicroStrategy, again, we got people betting this thing's going to fall. And I love that, man. So we went from, what did we go from? We went from about 2,000 down to 1,200. Or I'm sorry, no, more recently here. Down to about 1,440. That's a good drop, guys. That's an over 30% drop that you could have had. I don't think it's going to last much longer. I think we're going up. I mean, Bitcoin could still roll over. Again, tomorrow, Wednesday's numbers are going to be impactful. But I feel like we're going up. That's my gut. All the stuff I'm looking at everywhere. That's what I gotta say. Cypher, let's pull you up and then we'll pull up CleanSpark. So again, Cypher's being a little more volatile. It's looking bouncy. I'm loving it right now. We're above again all the peak volume here, right? Like we're above all the peak volume. It's a beautiful thing. It's a spring. Nothing to be upset about. Up 6% today, down 1% after hours. Cool, whatever. Everybody knows we're waiting for that. We're waiting for that inflation data. That's what's really gonna. Oh my God, did I just click the wrong one? Oh, hey, no, this will work though. All right. So again, we're still underneath the .618. Actually, I don't like this one. Why do I have duplicates of everything? Why am I so disorganized? One second. Let me fix this. Oh my God, there's like 20 of these. I'll fix that later. Let me get to the right one. Gosh. Yeah, so again, the fact that we're slowly grinding this way, it's like this broadening wedge almost, makes me think we're going to rip higher. It makes me think we're going to rip higher. Again, but there's totally this danger of dropping down and filling this gap. Straight up. Like, there's a huge gap over here. There's not a lot of volume. It's why I bought today, but I'm not going, all in. I'm very much okay with just waiting and seeing how things go. I'm okay with that. All right, let's check out Palantir real quick. Palantir still underneath that red line. Nobody really talking about Palantir today. Not getting a lot of love. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess I only have like 45,000 in this one. So I thought I bought more than I did. I guess I didn't. But I am trying to work that up. I do want to get it to 6 figures pretty quick. Let's go to Hood. See how the Hood's doing. I shouldn't say only. Like 98% of my investment right now, or maybe 97, is stock. I did buy stock when it was down a little bit. Only up about 1% today, a little bit less. I think that there's, again, the chance we could run, and I think if we run, it's $30. And that right now, just that would give us a 65% return from here. And I think that could happen in short order, maybe a quarter max. PayPal we did. All right, let me see what else we got here. What else am I forgetting? Might be forgetting stuff. Oh, I did want to talk real quickly to this. Forgot a few things. So oil. Oil is still bouncy, but down 0.27%, but still above, the previous resistance line. I would like to see it come under that. So that's what I'm rooting for in the coming days. I'll skip the chart of the dollar, but the dollar did start breaking down just a little bit today. I think down 0.2% on the day, which is good. We'd like to see that. Let me see here. I'll pull up Bitfarm since I know some people are still in that, and then I'll jump to some of these others. Again, same kind of setup. You got this downward trend line. Taking a while to fall, which is what makes me think we're getting ready to curve up. Down 2.4% today, but then up 1% after hours. So looking a little springy off this previous support line. But again, it could drop further. So one has to expect that if CleanSpark can drop a bunch, this could too, even though it is only, 600 million instead of like the 3.5 billion or whatever CleanSpark is currently at. All right. What else we got? What am I forgetting? Let's do Matterport. Let's do TLO. Let's do Flux. Let's do all these other little ones I got. And then I think it's Square. I don't think I did Square. So this one up 2.45%, down 1% after hours. Not actually expecting a lot out of this. Was hoping to get some of those contracts I had. I think for January 2026. I forget the strike, but yeah, I think it was January 2026. But I was hoping to get some of those at like 35 cents. I saw that they were at that for a minute today. but I don't think I closed them. So I'm going to be patient on this one. But I do expect it does feel springy. It does feel bottomy. And I do expect us to go higher, especially if I'm right about the rate narrative, because that's where I think these guys really benefit is when real estate starts to take off. Not just for the real estate market, but just like commercial stuff, all kinds of things where their cameras are used. DLO, this is my Latin American e-commerce play, not Mercado Libre. Can't confuse it with that. Up 2.28%. Looking pretty good. Looking like it almost has like a pattern of breaking out here, trying to test up towards this downward resistance line. And if that happened, it's to 1840 for sure. If we can get above that, find support, then it's a pretty easy run to 22. And that would be cool. I'd love to buy more of this, but it's just not giving an opportunity. I was thinking about buying Flux today, but I already kind of went in pretty hard on that one. Let me see. Flux, yeah. What did it? Oh, completely flat on the day and completely flat in after hours. Fascinating. Very interesting. I don't know. If we get some more downward move, I might get in more tomorrow. I've already got 55,000 in it, though. And here's the thing. This is an $82 million market cap. If the financials on this continue to improve the way they have, and maybe I'll make my own video too. Definitely refer, though, to Rex Finances. His is great. It encompasses everything. I'd have to do some maybe 4 or 5 hours of due diligence just to give more value than he gives in the video. So check it out. All right, so let me see here. Trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Am I forgetting anything? Anybody? Oh, I think Square. I don't think I did Square. If you guys could think of anything else I'm missing. Still less bullish on Ethereum. If they get an ETF, I would be bullish on it. But again, like I said, when I exited a lot of my position in that, I still think I put it in Solana and I put it in layer 2s for Ethereum because they're what really benefited from EIP 4844. So I think that they're still the area that can do the best personally. And that's where my money's at. Plus, they're $2 billion caps. They might be 3 now. So they're super tiny compared to Ethereum. Ethereum is a monster. It is a monster. Let's just remember that. Let's look here at Ethereum. What is the market cap? $442 billion. So yes, I'll place my bet on a couple of layer 2s that are really popular on the network that are about less than 1% of that market cap. So I definitely think that is probably the better play personally. But yeah, so Square up 1.53, almost 2% with after hours. I'd love to see us get down above this downward resistance line and really find that support. It would be a great sign that we're not going to go down and fill the gap. So we'll see if it does it or not. Now let me see. I think I got most of my stuff. So I think it's time for you guys. Let's get to work here. In case you don't know it, if you're a starter pack member, I mean, if you're a member for $2.99 for starter pack, you can comment, and then you can also ask for a stock on the market recap 5 days a week. And then if you're an alpha, you get 2, and if you're a whale, you get 3. And I start at the top of the list and work my way down, and that's what we're going to do right now. Constantino Lima, Jesse, how's it going? What are your thoughts on eBay? I think it's a pretty old company. I don't know if I have anything really much more exciting to say beyond that. I will look it up just to add it to my repertoire. I think it's kind of a dying legacy thing, but I do want to not just say that ignorantly because I haven't really focused on the stock in ages. Looks like it's getting a bounce here. Let's go to the weekly. So it looks like it suffered a little bit and it got some life back in it. It is a $26 billion company. And I'm going to pull up real quick here and see. All right, let me see here. eBay. Oh, and if you guys haven't watched the video I did over the weekend talking about comparing Bitcoin miners and which ones I think are going to be, successful versus ones that are not, you need to watch that video. I'll throw it at the end of this too. So I'll do my Tesla video and I'll do that video at the end of this. Once it's done, I'll post it up in there. They're so worth watching, man. Or just check the video section. Yeah, so this is kind of a dying company in my book, right? Like flat revenues forever. It's $26 billion. can net maybe, I don't know, let's say like a billion a quarter, which is pretty good. They got positive cash flow, but it's going down. It's a low PE and forward PE. It's like 9 and 11. So technically, it really is undervalued, but I just don't know where the growth is in this company. Looks like they're guiding for just a little bit higher in revenues. But where's the growth in eBay? I don't know. It's just like I never see them do anything new. It kind of reminds me of PayPal for a decade, right? And I mean, PayPal was affiliated with them, but it's just like, it's a big nothing burger where it's kind of boring. And I hope they do something. All right. Our Gartavo 33. Hey, Jesse, good to be back for a new week. Could you see FSLR? That one does sound familiar. Let me save eBay here. No, maybe I don't have that. That ticker sounds familiar. I'm not placing what it is. All right, let me see here. FSLR. Going once. First Solar. Solar stock. Okay. It looks like it's run pretty good, man. That's nice. Let me see. I thought this was a premium one, like one of the better solar companies. I think Tesla will be more comp from them in the future. But, I love the net income profile. That's solid as fuck, man. Surprising. So they're looking to guide good for EPS again. I don't know what they're doing different, but this is definitely not an ugly trend in their net income at all. Let me look at other ratios here. It's kind of hard to see if that trend's going to maintain, but gosh, I do like it. Let's see. We got insiders doesn't give us a lot. We got about a little more buying than selling. Institutional ownership is growing. I would be curious. Oh, let me go back. I'd be curious. I don't love the guidance. I love this net income. I love this net income. I don't hate the PE ratio. The forward PE is 12.64. This might be an interesting play. I'd need to learn more about them as a company, really. But it might be an interesting play in the future, just based on this wicked net income and the low forward PE, and the narrative of, okay, if rates come down, these guys are probably more likely to get business than not. I would assume that business has been hurt by rates being as high as they are all over the world. So that's kind of interesting, man. That's a good one to keep an eye on. If you see or hear any more interesting notes on that, bring them up. Let's talk about them. Hey, Jesse, or no, that was that one. Jason G, can you look at Grab? Thanks, man. I have looked at Grab before. I can't remember exactly what my thoughts were on it, but we will pull it up. I think I did a pretty decent eval trying to... Yeah, this one's grinding along the bottom. It's under peak volumes. That part looks good, right? But it's a $13 billion company, and I think, if I remember correctly, I thought the valuation was high for a $13 billion company. Now, revenue's going up. That's true. $653 million. And we do see a net income of $35,000. Not a huge number. Oh, no, in millions. My bad. $35 million. Is that right? Yeah, okay. $35 million. Not a bad number. But let's go over here. Estimates. We see an increase in revenue a little bit, at least. Stock-based comp, what is it as a percent of revenue? 10%. I'd like to see that go down. I do love that their revenues are going up, though. I mean, that's great. The fact that we're pretty much flat to down in operating expenses, but revenues going up is wonderful. I think the area that I'm struggling with right now is still the valuation, because it's a $12.6 billion company. So unless they can start getting to like $200-300 million for the net income, they're rich. It's a rich price. Like, it's expensive, in my opinion, at $12 billion. So it's just, I think they were incredibly overvalued probably when they started. That's my take on Grab, at least for now. at least for now. And I know they do a bunch of like, I don't know if it's like ride sharing and e-commerce stuff and like Southeast Asia. That all sounds interesting to me. It does. If I knew more about why the company was going to do well in the future, that would be interesting. Like something besides like the guidance that I'm not really seeing. Intelligent computing as an EV sustainable energy play, ALB could 4 to 5x over the next 2 to 3 years. EV related, that is. Yeah, let me take a look. You said was it ABS? ALB, my bad. Okay, let me look at it. I'm gonna make a copy because I don't think I have that one. Doom. It's nice that I get these all built out. Albemarle. That's a tough one for me to say. I gotta work on that. All right. Let me see. Oh, is this this is a lithium play? Is this a lithium play? Intelligent? I feel like it's like the largest lithium play. And you're right as far as this. I like the bottoming pattern that we're kind of hopefully seeing. I don't know if we're right at the bottom, but based upon velocity, it seems like it could be the bottom. It's a $15.4 billion. I haven't looked at lithium plays in a while. Interesting. Henry Padilla, great afternoon, Jesse. You too, my friend. You too. All right, let's take a look here as soon as this comes up. All right, come on, Alejandro. No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. I know you're here. All right. There we go. We're back up. All right. So revenue down 10% year over year, but let's see. So we did get an increase, but it's flat. Again, I think lots of pressure on the lithium sides of the business. Probably just, I'm imagining lithium getting flooded in from China. China's trying to flood everybody with everything. I do like the confidence in Q1 of 2024 where they were buying back shares. Very cool. Let me see what the extended. I love this extended view, Alejandro. If you guys hadn't seen this yet, I talked about this when I was looking at Tesla earlier today. So I asked him if he could give me a longer time frame view for insider activity, institutional ownership, and short interest, just to get a better beat on things. And it looks like we're going back to 2018. So we got at least 4 years worth of data, which I am loving. That's very exciting. So thanks for that, dude. But yeah, I love the fact that they're starting to buy. More insiders are buying because they can sell, like they say, they can sell for many reasons, but they only buy for one. So I like that. I like the fact that institutional ownership started ticking up. I might need to look at the lithium industry and see. No, but look at this. Look at the guidance. Ooh, still painful. Look at that drop in revenue. Not a great number. I like EPS is staying above, but is that coming from share dilution? So let me know. Keep an eye on this one, dude, and let me know how it sits. The 12% short interest still scares me. Just knowing what's going on with China and the fact that they're probably still mining a shit ton of lithium and they're struggling to sell these cars, selling them at losses, subsidizing the shit out of them to try and destroy auto markets around the world. For a while in some of these plays. That's my thought on that, for now at least. Because again, that's a $15.5 billion company and they dipped into the red for the revenue. It kind of sucks. Hate that part. But I do agree that it could go up over time a lot, especially if Tesla is using them. All right, Justin wants to look at Meta. I don't look at Meta very much. I loved this play years ago, but I do think this stock, though, AOB might be a good stock play. I wouldn't look at it as like a option play right now. But again, you're kind of seeing it's finding local resistance or it's finding support off of previous local highs. I like that. Lots of volume underneath. So you probably can't lose a lot of money right now. With Albemarle. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I fucking hate that one. So hard to pronounce. All right, so let's look at Meta. Meta has been a flyer. I said, too, that we could fly up to the .618, but I wouldn't want to own it much beyond that because, again, we've went up almost 500%. What's funny is I actually made about 500% off of Meta in 3 months with my option play when I bought it down in the 80s. Or like right on the edge of 80. I guess technically I probably got it in the 90s. But I 4 months later, I was out of that play and moving on to other things. So it's just interesting to note, again, when you have incredibly oversold conditions on something and you're looking at the real value that it provides and the fact that so many people are talking shit about it, it's fucking trash. But it's just funny because I knew this was great value and other people thought it was going to fall off a cliff when it was already trading at levels that it was trading at back in 2015, 16. People are nuts. But again, with options, I was able to dial into that, make a shit ton of money, exit, and then move on to other plays like Palantir that came later. So I don't know. Interesting stuff. But yeah, Meta, I don't know. It could keep going up, man, but they call this the .618 golden retracement zone for a reason. So I think we're going to hit some resistance there. And eventually we have this, multi-year trend that goes back to 2017, this upward resistance line that we're going to hit. So if we got above the .618 and got up near this, the 640 range, I would probably exit a lot of my position to look for more asymmetric bets in the Bitcoin and crypto sections and Tesla and PayPal and so many other plays where you can just make a bunch more money. Not that this isn't a great company and it's not going to be worth, but it's already $1.32 trillion. And by the time it gets up to those levels, it's probably 1.6 trillion. And they have a lot of cash, but I mean, whatever. Where's the growth going to come from? Until AI headsets like get really, really good, super light, crazy visuals, low cost, these guys are going to be floundering, I think, up until that time. They can still get ad revenue. They can still benefit from their social media platforms because they have a lot of people on them between WhatsApp or whatever that, all the crap that they own. But Instagram, Facebook, all this shit. But I don't think that they're going to be a great play going into the future here. I shouldn't say that. I think there are better ones. All right. Alexander Lamar, thank you, sir, for joining. I really appreciate it. All you people that join and support, it's huge and it keeps me going. So thank you. Intelligent Computing, we send you links to TradingView charts. Can you see them? No, I can't see links. Sorry. I think they're suppressed by YouTube. I can't see any of that shit. And I think that's suppressed just because of the danger of having people click on things that could be like viruses or trying to like hack people's wallets and shit like that. So it's turned off. Yeah, I think they're deleting them. Albert, not going to try the last name. Pavla. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Hey, Jesse, do you think the halving might be a sell the news event? So it could be over a very short period of time, but over a longer period of time, it's the exact opposite. It is the news, Albert. I mean, when you're dropping from 900 days or 900 Bitcoin a day in supply, of new supply, to 450, the impact, when you combine that with the crazy amount of inflow ability that we have now with all the ETFs around the world that are being created and the money printing that's occurring and the global liquidity that's kicking in during an election year, it's fucking rocket fuel. So it's rocket fuel. So no, it won't be a sell the news over the long term. That's what matters. That's my take. My boy Alejandro joined. I love you, man. Thank you for visualstocks.com. It's amazing. Let's see here. Penny-san. Hey, Jesse, could you take a look at Adobe? Thank you. Yes, I can, my friend. I don't think I have that one, so I will just pull it up. Everybody loves their PDFs. I do think there's competition out there. But these guys have had a nice bounce. Or no, wait, that's Meta. That's why. Probably not Adobe. Let me see here. Does Adobe look like Meta? Not quite as nice. All right. So let me do a trend-based extension here, assuming that we have in fact found the bottom. I'll drive back from the bottom of March up to the peak of 2022 that everybody loves, and then down to our trough, the end of 2022, start of 2023. And what we see is we're underneath the .618 golden retracement zone. Would love to see us get above that. This is a $217 billion company. Let's look at their financials. It's a big number, though. Very big number. Now, again, these guys just kind of software as a service is like SaaS is just such a great business. Look, creative ARR, document cloud ARR, digital media ARR, total revenues up. Buying back shares, 27.1 PE forward, 44 current. Revenue growth is slowing though. Like again, we're seeing moderation. It's not double digit anymore. So the PE is probably warranted, I would say. I don't know why the net income dropped so much. They're normally bringing in about almost $1.5 billion a quarter, and then they had a cut to 620 million. Maybe that's a one-time thing. But they're going to make up for it next quarter with 4.48 on the EPS, which probably means again maybe a $2 billion number on net income if things track like they have. Somebody loved Adobe and thought it was cheap, and Q1 of 2023. Right here. So they definitely knew the price was going up. That was a smart move by the insiders to buy in the 277, 280 range. And now they're up in the 634. Have they sold since then? Somebody's selling. A little bit of selling. They were selling over here. It's kind of muted now. So it doesn't look like anybody thinks it's a really good value from the insider crew right now. Great channel, lots of alpha. Keep it up. Stay off the carrots. JMD. Everclear carrots are dangerous, so we will stay away from those for sure. Intelligent computing on Adobe. What is ARR on visual stocks? I don't remember. What's the term ARR? I don't remember it off the top of my head. It's a financial term. I should know this. I know I should. Annual reoccurring revenue. That is what it is. So I don't know why. I don't know why it says like ARR here. It's probably just to represent. Oh no, in millions. No, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So here, Adobe. All right. So that was my thought on Adobe. I think it's just. I don't know. It's okay. There's so many other plays right now. It's a $217 billion company. You probably won't lose a lot of money from it. It's bouncing off the 200 moving average. But, I don't know, man. So much other stuff out there. MA, hey, Jesse, when do you think Hood will reach the suggested target? I think it's going to 30, not 25. And I think I answered it earlier. I think it can happen in a 1 quarter or roughly 3 months or sooner. Tyler H, hey, again, Jesse, could you look at snow? Thanks. Yes, I can. I know I have that one. Let me just look at how it's moving. Now, Snowflake had a tough go of it, like a lot of these, companies that came in during the SPAC era. Up 0.56 today. They do outperform on earnings and have done that since 2020. But let me look over here. I think it's their valuation I struggle with. Now, customer count growing, looks great. Revenue growing, looks great. Cash position is great. I mean, almost $4 billion, $254 million in debt. Products are going up. Cash flow is trending in the right direction. Operating expenses look okay because R&D is it's kind of flattened out a little bit outside of R&D. If you look over here, it's really R&D that's kind of like this. These bottom ones are just like G&A and S&M, and then it's the R&D that's kind of grown larger and really added to that. So that's not a bad deal. You want to see companies building for the future. I do like that their guidance is positive for EPS and that the revenue estimates continue to go up, and that we're actually seeing in Q1 of 2024 more insiders buying than selling because they were selling pretty heavy in Q2 of 2023 and Q4 of 2023. But again, they probably had to pay bills. They're probably getting a lot of stock-based comp too. But institutional ownership is starting to tick up for the first time in a while. Short interest started to drop. I don't hate any of those numbers. The ratios are looking pretty good. Here's more data, revenue by region. It looks like the U.S. is still the bulk of it. I don't know. It's an interesting company, but $51.8 billion valuation on a company that's losing $170 million a quarter. It's like valued like Palantir, but Palantir makes money and I think has a brighter future. So if I had to weigh the two, it would be fairly easy for me to say stick with Palantir for now. The valuation's just too high. It's too high for not making money, right? Not in this environment. You just can't do that. What is my take on WGMI minor ETF, please? I think it's okay. It's a decent. So if you wanted, look up the fund because it's a fund. But essentially, they hold an allocation of MicroStrategy and a bunch of the Bitcoin miners. So if you want a good average without maybe losing some upside, because you didn't pick like CleanSpark or Cypher ones, I think will outperform. But if you wanted to, like, if you weren't worried about that and you weren't sure if I was right about my opinions on those or a bunch of other analysts, then you could just go WGMI and get some of that exposure, and I think you'll do well. So as far as a simplicity play, I think it's a decent one. All right, Sean Castorano, I'm holding on a bag of TDOC. Can you please take a look if it has potential run in it, or if I should cut the losses now? Man, if I don't know when you got in. I know this one's been brutalized. Again, I think I kind of said it I probably saw this note at the beginning of the stream. I'm actually looking at entry for TDOC. Now, I don't know if it's warranted, but I'm looking to continue to research on it. I've been doing some of that, and so I like the fact that they're not losing as much money as they were. It's almost impossible though to see what this fucking number actually says because it's so tiny. It was I almost got it. Negative 65 million. So it's like negative in the teens now. So they're not bleeding as much money. Cash position is growing. Expenses are rolling over. I actually like that. And I've read and seen that there's maybe some issues with them just being able to recruit doctors to do the platform, and then again the marketing portion of this, just to kind of get people to realize, hey, this is a viable option. That seems to be a hurdle for them as well. Do see a little bit of a tick up in revenue, again kind of flat EPS, not really making money yet. We do see, if we go extended here too, we do see that for several years now, the insiders are buying this stock, right? So they believe in it. And we're seeing, at least this last quarter, a tick up in institutional ownership, short interest dropping a little bit, kind of like what we like to see in other things. And again, I love the operating leverage, shows like the massive reduction in expenses, kind of how they're doing cost-cutting measures to get back on track. But, okay, so it's a $2.4 billion market cap, and they arguably, I don't know what their path is to profitability, and their single-digit revenue growth. So that's the thing that kind of leaves me hung up right now. $2.4 billion is still a decent amount of money. And if we look over here, this is the only reason I didn't end up doing like a members-only video on this. I feel like I just need to understand from a fundamental level that there is some strong growth coming, because you can see that even from where I drew this Fibonacci retracement, it already had dropped underneath of it. So I don't know if we're done yet. I don't know if we're done yet because, I mean, really, maybe this is a billion-dollar company if they can't really get growth. But if they do get growth, these prices are going to look cheap. That's my view on TDOC. And I will, if anybody sees and hear a reason why these guys are doing better, throw it out there. But I got to say this, man. So there is a chance of maybe 50% down and doubling your money in the coming months and quarters. So probably some better ponies that you could ride, though. That's probably the one thing I should say, is that there's probably better horses out there, like, again, Bitcoin, all these other things. Maybe revisit this in 3 months. Maybe you could spend your money. Maybe Bitcoin is a better investment over the next 3 months. Maybe Tesla is a better bottom as far as a guarantee right now. I can't say guarantee, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Matthew Brown. Hey, Jesse, thanks for all you do. Can you look at TMDX? I don't know. That one kind of sounds familiar. I'll see if I have it. Nope, I don't. Let me find it. And I love it when you guys bring in new charts, man, because especially if you think that there's a good deal out there. And if you know it, like if you follow TDOC and you keep following it and you've got good reasons that refute some of my arguments, like throw that shit out there, man. If you guys have data or something, like all those things help. All those things help because we're trying to figure this out together, right? And the more smart people we get talking about stocks and figuring out opportunity, ooh, shit, I like this. Transmedic. I don't even know this group, dude, but I'll be damned if this isn't a wicked looking inverse head and shoulders. Let me just get down here. I gotta find a box. Where's my box? Where's my box? Right up here? My box. All right, so just look at this. Just indulge me. So I'll do this one, and then I'll just paint it a different color. Get rid of this stupid color. All right, so we got that, right? Like that's the thing? That's the thing right there? Now look at this. Let's draw the head. And then now we have the shoulder. And just really, the geometry on this is not ugly. And the measured move for this bitch would be roughly from the neckline to the full length of the head. So this, and now this is just technicals. I want to look at fundamentals. Don't think this is a guarantee of anything, guys. When you're only looking at technicals, you don't know shit. But let's pull this up. You got me interested, man. If this looks like a company that's like coming around and we've got that set up. Ooh. 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 All right. Who gave me that? Who gave me this? Let me go back down here. T-Doc. Matthew Brown. Thank you for this, sir. I like what you're cooking, brother. Up 159% year over year revenue growth. I don't hate that number. $2.9 billion cap, but look at this. Did they just, I think they front loaded pain in this quarter with this wicked net income drop. And that's the play, man. You offload the pain and then you go positive so that you can just stay positive so you can get inclusion in different indices. But what did they make? They made is that what? Wait a second here. Is that $4 billion? No, that can't be right. Am I looking at this right? Is that a dot? Is that a dot? Bruh. What's this number? No, that's got to be like million. It's got to be a dot. Okay, well, I'll look closer at this in a second. Let's look in millions over here. Yeah, they only made 81 million. Okay. So they made 4 million in net income off of 81 million. That makes more sense. I'm like, there's no way. So 17% short interest. That might be folly. Let's see, their operating expenses, arguably, are starting to flatten a little bit. Let's look at other stuff. What do we got? I do like the OpEx. I'm not going to lie. I like this. The massive separation. Very interesting. And it's just happening. So like maybe other people don't know about this yet. 7% stock-based comp. What do these guys do again? Here, let me look at their estimates real quick, and then we'll go back to what they do. I'm getting all excited over here. So their EPS, so they might go negative for net income again and be flat. We'll see what happens. But their EPS is guiding negative. But the revenue is still increasing. So these guys are growing. And it seems like, they maybe turn on revenue later. Not really seeing much for stock-based comp movement here. Institutional ownership continues to grow. Short interest went down. Now it's ticking up a little bit. I don't know why. That's kind of interesting. Let me look here. I want to see the about info. What is this? What is this company? Transmedic Group, based in Andover, Massachusetts, is a pioneering company in the field of portable extracorporeal warm perfusion and assessment of donor organs for transplantation. Wow. All right, I got to say, this AI image showing a bunch of hearts in here, pretty cool. If that's what you're doing, Alejandro, that's really pertinent. Their innovative technologies aim to improve the quality and viability of organs for transplant. That's an awesome goal. I can get behind that goal. Addressing the critical need for more effective organ transplantation solutions for heart, lung, and liver failure. I love that. I love that. I love that company is trying to do this. real quick here. Let me just get my notepad out before I forget. I gotta add a note here, man. Oh, there's my notepad. It's right in front of me. All right, so let me go over here. I'm gonna add these guys right at the top. Not now. Yeah, so I'm gonna add these guys right at the top because this is a cool one, dude. I like this. You got me interested, bro. TMDX. Okay, cool. I will do more research on this because I love the cause. I love what they're representing. People need organs for transplant, and that could happen more and more, especially if we end up growing them. So a very interesting sector. I'm just curious on if they're going to keep doing what they're doing. 2.9 billion maybe is fair now, but this is definitely one I want to keep an eye on. So if I don't talk about this again, hit me up again. 2A_Allen, Jesse, if Bitcoin hits your target at 280K, where do you think CLSK will be? About $140 a share. Maybe higher. Probably higher. But I'll be out of it. I don't care about the last doubling. I say that all the time. I don't give a shit. To me, $70 or 70 to 100 would be perfect for Clean Spark, and I'd probably be all the fuck out. And I'd be dialing back and just in Bitcoin related options. And then eventually looking towards Bitcoin hedges like Biddy. Visceral. Comp, real estate agency. Not really my sector I follow, but could be interesting with interest rates coming down. Okay, let's take a look. But again, I do like TMDX though. I like this. I like this because of this inverted head and shoulders. It just seems like it could scream to 230. Which is crazy. That's just crazy. All right, let's pull this one up here. So comp. I think I have comp, or maybe that's a shit coin I'm thinking of. Nope, I don't. All right, let me make a copy over here. Hear my daughter yelling upstairs. She must be having fun. Yeah, she's being a weirdo, I can tell. All right, let me see. Comp. Is it Compass? Did you say? Was it Compass? No, maybe that wasn't it. What was it called again? Comp Real Estate Agency. Is it COMP? Is this it? Is this a real estate agency? Let me see. I'll pull them up over here and read the about. Comp Real Compass. Let me see. I'm going to assume it's Compass. All right. So this is, what's the about? Real estate services. This must be the one, huh? What do these guys do? Compass, established in 2012, is a prominent real estate technology firm that offers comprehensive platform designed to enhance the efficiency and service quality of residential real estate agents towards both sellers and buyers. This platform encompasses, so it's kind of like a Redfin competitor and like maybe Zillow and stuff. I don't know. This platform encompasses a wide range of cloud-based software solutions tailored for the real estate sector, including customer relationship management. Oh, cool. Marketing, brokerage services, enabling agents to expand. Huh. All right. What did they look like for growth before the pandemic? So when real estate was growing, these guys were crushing it. Yo, yo, yo. That's interesting. One could argue we've got a trend up in net income here, or at least less negative. Were they ever positive? They weren't. They do have debt, like cash positions burning down. They're still issuing a decent amount of share dilution. This could be a narrative play, maybe. It looks like they're guiding towards positive EPS for the first time ever in the Q2. I would personally, remind me of this one later after Q1 earnings. I might even track these guys. Actually, I'm going to. I'm going to follow the earnings for these guys just because I want to see that. I want to do that with NMDX too. I'm going to add a couple of these. And then, all right, you know what? I'll do that later. What time is it even? 4:05. Hey, sorry, I drank a bunch of coffee and I got to pee. So give me 1 second here. I'm just going to turn off my camera and I'll come right back to whoever's still willing to wait. Okay? 1 second. And I'm back. 1 second here. Let me turn my camera back on. Welcome to everybody who waited. Yes, I did wash my hands. All right, let me get over here. So yeah, I'll monitor earnings on comp, and then we can talk about it later here. It is an interesting play though. You do have me interested, so thank you for that. All right, let me see. Where am I at here? Moving slow. I got to look at the live feed too. Let me get over here. I'm kind of missing feeds here. Sorry, guys. I'm also gonna, my color dims. I hate how that happens. I'm just gonna expand this. You can't see what I'm doing, but it helps brighten my monitor again, which makes me happy. All right. So let me see where I was at here. Comp, Mo Jesse, or Mo Money. Hey, Jesse. Thank you for that awesome Tesla video. Totally agree with your assessment. Thank you, sir. Watch that video if you guys haven't. Watch my Bitcoin Miner 1-2, guys. They're really important videos. I think that will benefit you greatly. Oh, Rodriguez, 1984. Hello. What up, buddy? Jesse Michael, afternoon all. Jermaine Lambert, what's up, everyone? Wild Frenchie, bonjour. Maytag. Hi, Jesse. Enjoy your content. Thank you. What's your thoughts on Beto? Doing super well dividend disbursements, covered calls, and puts. So I'd be interested in your thoughts. Thanks. I don't really follow Beto at all. I don't know if I have much of an opinion on it. Really. Let me pull it up here. I don't even have it as a chart. Let me just, I don't even know how much I can gauge this quickly in something like this. I'd probably have to, do more due diligence on it. But let me at least save a chart. So it's the Bitcoin ProShares ETF strategy. I don't know anything about it, but I do see that it's going up, which is good. It was at 961. Now it's at 3149. I don't know how much of an outperformance this is versus Bitcoin. Let's just compare it. I say own Bitcoin. I say own Bitcoin. You made more if you own Bitcoin. That's my take, right? Let's go to the bottom here. You made more if you own Bitcoin, or let's do MicroStrategy. I mean, MicroStrategy is an even better play on Bitcoin right now for an upside multiple. So let's just look at that. Own MicroStrategy. Own MicroStrategy. Final answer. All right. I'm going to save that, though, just like that, because I think it looks pretty. All right, so let me see here. Todd Gleason, thanks for engaging with me. Oh, yep. Yeah, we have different opinions on the ride sharing, and I'm right, Todd. Damn it. Intelligent computing. Sasha Janssen's recent posts on X regarding Tesla and Robotaxi are great. Hopped onto your stream a few minutes before my ride shows up. Cool. Hey, check out mine too, man. I crushed it on that fucking video. And I like Sasha. He's actually a really cool guy. Very cool. And he doesn't fuck around. And I love that. I love that he's British too. And he's just like straight in your face. Wild Frenchie, we all want cheapest shares of the best companies in the world. Yes, we do. Finding them is the hard part. Petro, Sierra, whatever. Sarah. IEP. Yes, sir. I'll just do that instead of butchering your name over and over. All right. IEP. Oh, I don't have that one? For real? I feel like I did this. All right, let me go over here. Comp chart looks very similar to Redfin. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to do a comparison of the two. I don't know. It's like, are Comp and Redfin comparable? Would that be a true story? I don't know enough about what Comp does. What was this? I just totally lost. Oh, IEP. IEP. Let me go back here. I want to make sure I get that right. IEP. Can you tell me what that IEP is? Because I see an IEP, but it's like an invest fund for Germany. Let me know what IEP is, if you could. Otherwise, I'll just move on here. Let's see if Tom Lee's right about tomorrow's report. I think that's the Wednesday report on inflation, and I do think Tom's going to be right. Lisa Marie, hi. When you touch your mic, it mutes. Huh? When I touch my mic? Okay, I won't do that. Let me go back up. I think I missed a few here. Where did I go? Where did I go? Okay, there we go. Sometimes it jumps on me. All right. Two charts would be pretty easy to maintain. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I have to, yeah, that's not a bad point. But here's the thing, though. I still have to update it. That's the shitty part. That's the part I hate maintaining. It's the fact that I have to manually go in and do it because I don't have any good tools for extracting all the data, especially options. It sucks. And then I've got 12 different accounts on like, I don't know, 6 different platforms. So that's the part that sucks, man. It's not like if you're talking about my portfolio allocation, it's not the actual like imagery and stuff. It's just having to keep track of it and then update it. That part sucks. Intelligent computing, Jesse, with you publishing such a big portion of your financials for all to see, are you concerned about? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I am. I'm doing a bunch of stuff for that. I can't talk about everything that I'm doing, but I do a lot because I am posting a lot. You're right. Again, not financial advice. I've got a fucking disclaimer at the bottom. Read it. Don't be a little bitch and try and sue me. Not you, intelligent computing. Stephen Toro. I saw a different video from Dirty Tesla about the waving and results were mixed. Nevertheless, I had it happen for myself in my car. So it worked pretty good for me too. Mac McShut. This just happened and the car stopped for a person not paying attention on the Uber ride. It was actually smarter when it kept on going and didn't freak out when a person was just going around his car. Okay, cool. Tomar Tamler, Snowflake has great potential. You are a bro, by the way. Thanks, man. Yeah, they might. It's just a real high valuation. It's like Palantir's valuation, but not making money. JMill77, Amazon. What do you believe is the long-term 6 to 12 month story for Amazon earnings on 425? I think they're good. Amazon's done really good. Their stock's probably going to start topping eventually, but it's good. Ahad Varani, Yo-Yo Jesse, Stephen Turow is still bullish on Ethereum. I already answered that earlier. I think it could do great. I like layer 2s more, though, and I like Solana more. Sean, 919. Hey, Jesse, what's up, bro? Not much, man. Just hanging out. RJ Cohen, Ionic Quantum Computing play, possible bottom, institutional investing pick. Pretty sure I pulled this one up before. Let me do it again, though. Let's see here real quick. I think I did it. What was that one called again? Gotta memorize these before I move my screen because it closes. Ionic, okay. I know I pulled this one up. IEP is Carl Icahn Fund. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Belgium. Gotcha. Okay. All right. One sec here. So, yeah. Okay. So before, I think I said that this one was in a descending triangle and that I would be worried about a breakdown lower. And I'd say that's what happened. That looks like a breakdown, doesn't it? So, where's the support? It ain't for a while. You got a little bit at like $8. And then you start to get more at like $7.50 to $7. That's when it probably gets interesting. I'm just going to add a little alert right there. So this thing could still drop, man. You could still get down into the 7s. But you're right, it dropped 9% today, breaking down out of this, descending triangle. So let's look at it. So what is it right now for their market cap? 1.74 billion. So does it deserve that? And if I think I remember correctly, let me look over here. So the revenue's flattened off this last quarter, still losing money, $42 million a quarter. They do have a decent amount of bonds that gives them about 10 quarters of life, which is pretty much the standard. This operating leverage chart looks like utter fucking trash. Just keeping it real. And stock-based comp is 510% of revenue. That's a cool number. They're going to make more money in the future, and then it's going to cause them to lose more money. That's cool. Not a feature. And then they sold a bunch of their fucking stock in Q4 of 2022. So they haven't really believed in the stock for a while themselves. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say fuck no. Check with me again when they're in the sevens. That's my take. All right. Paul Hoger. Jesse, can you check HNST? Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Is that Honest? Honest Company? Oh, wait. It's this, isn't it? Got two of them. Why do I do that? Let me kill this one. Can't stand that. Don't want the duplication. All right. The Honest Company. Jessica Alba. Or not Alba. I can't remember. I want to think it is. This could either be a really tiny shoulder, massive head, little tiny shoulder, because there is wicked volume support. I would say this, just without even looking at this, it's a $365 million company. And say the downside, shouldn't touch the mic, somebody said it was muting. I would say the downside risk is pretty low without reminding myself of the financials. Let's look at that real quick. Turning positive. Huh? What was their estimates, though? I feel like there was a gotcha. Yeah, okay. So it's still kind of flat on revenues and net income. It did just mute again when you touched it. Okay, so don't do that anymore. All right, I'm going to try not to. If I touch the back, if I touch. Okay. Gonna have to work on that. So I don't love the fact that their EPS is going negative again. And that they don't really have a lot of growth and that institutional ownership declines. Nope, it cut out. Really? Even if I touch this part? I'm not going to do it now. But it did that just when I touched it? If so, I'm going to have to remind myself not to touch the mic. Interesting. All right, that sucks. Is it like just for a second? That sucks. I'll check the video. Anyway, so they're buying back their own stock for this company over the last like year plus. I like that. I don't hate that. And I like the fact that the short interest is declining. Let's go back a little bit. That's been happening for a while. So they seem to be stable. But the thing is their valuation going to go up? Their operating expenses are dropping. Cash flow is positive. Again, starting to see some positive net income. Could see maybe more of that. 10% revenue growth year over year. Sounds like it's shorting out. I'll have to check. Yeah, maybe it's static or something. I don't know. Or maybe the cords aren't connected right. I'm just not going to touch it. But, yeah, so it's not doing it now, though, right? It's just when I touch it. Is that true? Sounds like shorting goes and then comes back. Okay. But if I'm not touching it, it works, right? Can somebody confirm that? Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of an interesting play. Because if they turn some positive net quarters of net income, 90 million in revenues, I could see this going up, but I just don't know. All good when not touching. Okay. All right, so keep your hands off this phallus type thing, and that'll probably be better all around. Okay. All right, so let's look over here. All right, Steven, what's the deal with tokenization and Larry? They just created a coin for that on ETH. Tokenization is going to be, none of that stuff. Stay away from the mic. Keep your mouth off the mic. Hands off the mic. I will do that. So tokenization is going to be a huge thing, and BlackRock is trying to lean into that because they know it's going to be a huge thing. Yeah, I'm not going to confront the mic that way again in the future, I promise. So they're trying to lean into it. They're trying to make money, man. They see the future of Bitcoin. They see how blockchains, especially decentralized, I mean, preferably for them, centralized ones, they think they're going to make money off of Ethereum too. They see the future in a lot of these things. And I'd have to agree with them. It's there. So, I mean, they're just being smart. What's the deal? Okay. John, can you look at ICP, Internet something fucking shitcoin protocol? I remember that one. I own some of that one, I think. Let me see here. Yep, we got them. Yeah, let me think. I'm pretty sure I do. Do I own this one? Let's see. It's so sad. This is how much I care about my shitcoins. ICP, is that in the list? You down with ICP? You know what? Maybe I'm not down with ICP. I don't think I own any. Huh, all right. Never mind. I guess I don't. Let's look over here. I know it's been doing well lately. Yeah, 4.26%. Love these volume. Look at these volume profiles. I haven't updated this one, but just look. This just shows you how impactful volume is, right? Like, look at this. Shot right back up, established a base above it, shot back up above the next base, establishing a base, looking like it wants to confront the $23 range. And if that happens, there's not a lot of volume until we get to 41. And let me actually fix this real quick, because this one I have I don't have the row size set correctly. Oh no, I do. Whoa, that's weird. Let me do this. Let's try 5,000. These shit coins are so funny. All the volume right here is on the bottom. There we go. That's better. That's why it was so crazy. There's all the volume. These guys dumped hard years ago. This is a fucked up one. And again, maybe it's going to do all right now. It is a $8.26 billion market cap. Originally, when it came out, it was $3,200 for the price, and then it went down to $2.88. I just like, that's fucked up. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Here, I should actually do this from up here. Let me do this. Oh my God. Should do a. Anyway, so yeah, this thing can climb a little bit. I don't know if it'll outperform Bitcoin. Based on market cap, it could, and I don't know what all the fundamentals are for ICP right now. I'll probably have to look it up, see where all the interest comes from. I don't know enough about it, but I mean, it could roll. It could roll for a while. Again, they could get into the 30s pretty easy, maybe even like up to 37 or something like that before it goes higher. But I just don't know what the fundamentals are, or the pumpamentals. Pumpamentals are almost more important at this point in the cycle, because nobody gives a shit about fundamentals. Al Moss Racing, miner video was incredible. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I hope everybody watches it. Logan speaking facts again. HIMS is greater than TDOC. You're probably right for now. But HIMS is looking toppy too. Look at the growth rates. HIMS is getting more and more profitable too. I'm definitely going to watch HIMS quarter. You actually reminded me. I need to do this. Their stock has just outperformed so much. It kind of takes away the fun for me. Not that they're not a good company. I love asymmetric bets. I love finding diamonds in the rough. And you're right, 48% year over year growth. Estimates continue to grow, getting towards, positive EPS, at profitability, $3 billion market cap. You can't hate it at that price point at all, especially again, considering it's like not too far. It's like 70% more in market cap than TDOC, or maybe it was closer. I don't remember off the top of my head, but this is a company that actually looks like it's going to start, making real money. And TDOC doesn't necessarily give that impression. So you're right. You're definitely right there. It probably is the better option. Oh, and I want to follow the earnings. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of earnings in the next couple of weeks, guys. I'm gonna be learning a lot. You guys can teach me stuff too. Hopefully, I can teach you some things. But we're gonna be doing a shit ton of earnings across all the companies I find interesting. If we look at the calendar over here, you can see that my list is growing, and I'm probably gonna add more to this. But in the next couple of weeks here, I'm gonna start doing multiple earnings calls a day. Potentially, or at least, probably a couple, and then that'll drift into next month too. Let me see, what does next month look like? It's probably going to get more fun. Yeah, so I'm going to have a good 3 weeks of just insanity, and this probably isn't all of the earnings calls I'm going to do, but I'm going to do a lot of them. So it should be fun. I'm just trying to learn as much as it's one of the things I love about Jeremy Lefevre from Financial Education. I don't love all the courses and shit. That's not really my vibe. $3 is about as much as I want to charge people, but I do love the fact that he really puts in the work, and he does earnings calls across all sectors. I think that's invaluable for him, and I think he provides value in that way. Omar Serrano, I would love to see what you think about Amazon. Again, I think it's great. Here, I could pull the chart up real quick. I just don't. I don't know. It's done so well already, but they have tons of cash. Tons of cash. They're just a cash printer. It's fucking stupid, really. Now, do these guys dividend now? No, they don't yet. Who was it? Meta. Somebody started doing dividends. But like, look at this. Look at the shelf you have right here, and then the amount of money they're making per quarter is stupid. Like, yeah, was it 10 billion last quarter? It was negative for a while. I was looking at shorting these guys. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining, man. But now look, I mean, 10.62 billion, 10 billion. 6.75. So it's been growing 3.17. So they're getting better and better and better. And if the economy does all right, like I think it can over the next, 3, 6, 9, 10 months, they're going to make even more money. But I just got to say, it's a $2 trillion market cap. What's the best you do here? Double? I mean, I'm asymmetric. Again, Amazon would be something I bought like if it was really beat up. Down here, and I wanted a more safe play that was going to rebound when markets got better. At $82, it was a great investment. Is it a great investment at 186? I beg to differ, at least in regard to asymmetric return. Blemio. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I noticed you don't do analysis on the indices, the SPY, NASDAQ. You do post about IWM. I actually do the SPX, the NASDAQ 100, the Russell, and I never talk about IWM. I know you follow the major markets. Do you use technical analysis for your own market analysis holdings? Yeah, I do. I pull these up all the time. I didn't today. I can do it tomorrow. But yeah, I look at the charts there all the time. I was actually talking about how they look like they were still capable of a decent retrace of about another 5% on average across those three indices. But I don't know that has to happen. If things look good on Wednesday for the economic data for the inflation, they could just keep going up. Jason G, ACLS. Oh, did I miss a couple here? Jolie, afternoon. Blemio, love what you do, and thank you as always. Great analysis. Thanks, man. Jason G, ACLS, please. Possible to continue dropping another 20%, but I think it has good fundamentals. What was that again? ACLS. Let's pull it up. Let's take a look. Can't believe almost 300 of you are still around. You guys are crazy. All right. Okay, so let's see here. ACLS. I don't know what I did here, but I need to delete that. I should be getting... oh, this is one where it's been going up for a while. I see what I did. So I was trying to see if it would retrace and give it a retracement level, but I think I had it upside down. All right, let me see here. Let's pull it up. What's the cap on this one? 3.42. Let me just remind myself of the financials. Because I'm really all about the financials. And I don't remember if these guys are biotech or what they are. Semiconductor equipment, hardware, materials. I think this was on my list. I haven't quite finished all that. I was going to try and do it over the weekend, but I did not. 246 million. Damn, this is a great fucking company. Fuck, I probably should make a video about this one. But they have this drop in. Can you tell me what is the drop? What is the drop? Tax advantage. I've done a tax video, PCOS. Watch my tax video, and then check that out and let me know if you still have questions. Now, this is fascinating, dude. Do you know, Jason G, do you know why net revenues are expected to be lower? Is this a short blip, or is this like something to be concerned? Here's the thing. I don't love the fact that we saw insider selling and we haven't seen a lot of buying, even though we're at the current levels. But I do, and short interest is going up. So there's some weird flags here, man. This is weird. So short interest is gaining. Institutional ownership pretty flat. Not a lot of buying from the people that run this company. Weird drop in revenues. I don't know if that's like something indicating that this is happening in the future as well. And then 1.69% stock-based comp. So not a big deal there. Operating leverage looks okay. Like that looks great. But it's just, there's some weird things going on here because they got a forward PE of 0. So based on net income alone, this company kind of looks amazing. Massive institutional ownership, only 6.3% short interest. But why is their revenue dropping? Is this indicative of like bad things to come? Revenue growth year over year was 17%, but why is their revenue dropping now? I just don't get that. That's weird to me. And I do have it on the list, but let me just make one more note. I just need to understand more about the company. All right, how far am I down in this list? I feel like I went a ways. Oh, I'm getting close. All right, let's see here. I already talked about Snow. Already did. Ryan Ripkowski. Henry Padilla. Great afternoon, Jesse. Thank you, Henry. You too, bud. Intelligent computing. Yep, ALB is a lithium play. Yeah, okay. RJ Cohen. RGTI, another quantum computing play. Appreciate your analysis. Thanks, man. Let me check it out. I don't think I've looked at that one. You got me interested. God, you guys have given me a good list of stocks that I need to start doing more due diligence on. So I got to get to it, man, because some of these will be more. I'm trying to focus on, more timely than not ones. RGTI, sorry, my bad. But there's some interesting ones here. Riggedy Computing, computer hardware. A pioneer in quantum computing, focusing on developing and delivering integrated quantum computing systems and services to solve complex problems across industries. Their mission is to build the world's most powerful computers. These are some tough fucking goals, man. Some super tough fucking goals. Their revenue's down 44% year over year. They're diluting shareholders. They're burning through cash and reserves. Their operating expenses are going down. That's good. Still negative cash flow, negative net income. Burned $12.5 million off of $3.3 million in revenue. Institutional ownership, I guess, is going up. We got some baby buys from the owners. Short interest has gone up a lot since 2023, from single digits up to 13, 14%. Is there a reason why? Estimates are not much better, still burning lots of money. I can't get behind a stock like this. Stocks for me, these are such ambitious goals. It looks very retail driven, with the majority of purchase being in the retail. I struggle to get behind stocks like this. I will pull up the chart real quick. It is a $145 million, $215 million market cap, and that's probably right. It's probably right. Riggedy Computing, RGTI. I'm just going to do this just to have a copy of this. But yeah, I'm not impressed, dude. I think it's got a lot of retail participants in it, but it doesn't seem like, I don't know. It doesn't seem to me like it's going to be a good deal. Such a tough area to be in. I mean, quantum computing. That's like, that's really hard. It's a really hard problem to solve. All right. Let me see here. All right, let me do this. I gotta get this chat window to where it works better, so I don't waste so much time. All right, Albert, your sound is breaking up from time to time. Oh yeah, you guys said that. Mic goes silent. Your mic is going silent. When you touch your mic, it mutes briefly. Sorry about all that, guys. I won't do that again. I might have to just see too. Maybe I've got a loose connection. I'll figure it out. What to do with the miners? Is the sell-off all due to the halving? Yeah, they're going to do better in the future. Maybe. It could be people that are worried about how well miners are going to do going into the halving. I don't know, man. Fucking whatever. It doesn't really matter. They're going to go up a lot. The ones that hold Bitcoin and that are expanding a lot are the ones that are going to go up a lot. Watch my Bitcoin video about miners over the weekend. It's very, very important. Jamil, I'd love if we could do the TA on Amazon when you have a sec. Yeah, I'll do it super quick. Sorry about that. I'll pull it up. I did kind of look at it, but I did. So again, I just don't think this isn't, to me, doesn't have a lot of upside. It just doesn't. It's a $2 trillion company. Sure, they're bringing in $10 billion a quarter. They can make interest off of that. But it's like, what are they going to do to grow? Amazon is everywhere. Amazon is everywhere. They are done growing. They have a PE ratio of what? 64. Tesla only gets a 40s PE, but these guys get a 64, even though they're not growing fucking at all. Yeah, that's about what I think. I like Amazon as a company, but they have no growth, and I don't know. I mean, they will have growth. Their data side, right? That's it. It's literally it. Great channel, lots of alpha. Keep it up. Stay off of the carrots. Yeah, okay. Intelligent computing, Adobe. Okay. All right. I think we were pretty far down the list, guys. I think I'm gonna call it and get some food because I'm hungry. And when I get near the end of these, if you still want like some assistance at all, throw out a tip. Otherwise, I'd get tired and then I quit. And so I usually quit after about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I think we made it about the 140 mark on mine. So that's not too bad. But anyway, I love you guys. Like I said, watch the Tesla video, watch the Bitcoin mining video. Very important stuff. Let's do this again in the future. Also, I will publish these I will publish this other one for tomorrow, the market recap, in a little bit. So if you guys want to get in there early, if I missed you, go into the comments and put your stock ticker symbol in there. And then that way you can get it early for the next time to where I don't keep missing people. I want to make sure I'm helping everybody that wants help. Wild Frenchie, thank you for the baguette and cheese, my friend. You take it easy, sir. But yeah, I love you guys. Take it easy. And I'll see you tomorrow. If nothing else in the market recap, might make some more videos.